Agile for PMP. Many people requested me to do a video on Agile. So this video will help you, people who are planning to do the exam before the 30th of this year, and also people who's planning to do the exam next year with the new version of the PMBOK. For them, for the people who's trying to do the exam next year, we'll make this video a good bridge to combine the knowledge from Agile knowledge from version 6 to version 7. So guys, stick with me until the end of the video. We're going to discuss a question as well. So first we look at what Agile is. So before that, we need to know what is predictive or waterfall or traditional life cycle. What we do in predictive is we plan first, and then we create, we execute, and then we monitor and control. In other words, we review, and then we transfer the product to the customer, or we release the product to the customer. So that's the flow in predictive. You will get these different terms: predictive, waterfall, traditional, during the exam. So be aware of these words, guys. And then the Agile is totally different concept. In Agile, it takes a iteration and plan, create, review, and release that specific iteration, and then this cycle will repeat again and again. So that's the difference between Agile and predictive. We can't tell predictive is not entirely fluid, but comparatively to predictive, Agile is more fluid. In predictive, yes, you can expect some process to happen in between in many areas. We can release a deliverable, and then if there's any issues, we can go back to planning, or we can go back to execution, or we can go back to review that. But in Agile, guys, this happens every time. So that's why it is more fluid than the predictive life cycle. So predictive projects focus on upfront planning, mainly on the baseline, cost, scope, and schedule baseline. So you plan upfront and then you execute your project. But in Agile, the Agile approach gives prominence to teamwork, customer collaboration, and flexibility. So the collaboration and flexibility is two key words in Agile. So make sure if you see these words during your exam in the questions, most probably it will be talking about the Agile framework. And requirement specification change, the Agile team can remain mobile and able to respond to those changes. So mobility is also a key feature in Agile. So that's another keyword, guys. But it does not necessarily mean that Agile or the adaptive is better than predictive. It's depending on the nature of the project, how you want to execute, how the nature of the product you plan to execute is what determine whether you need to go with predictive or whether you need to go with Agile. But let's compare more likely exam situations. So you get a better idea what is Agile and predictive. So what you have to keep in mind, guys, in the current exam, there will be nothing additional to learn until 30th of December for Agile framework. Whatever in the PMBOK is what all you need to learn to pass the exam with Agile, pass and get all the Agile questions correct. So traditional, guys, as you know, scope, cost, and schedule work together. If you do a change to scope, it will impact on your schedule or in your cost. If you do a change to cost, it will impact on scope or the schedule. So these three are bound together. But in Agile, it's totally different. The cost and schedule are fixed at the start of the iteration. Customer will tell you this is the budget, it will be fixed, and the schedule you need to complete this. They will give you a deadline, you need to complete this within this time. But the scope, you can adjust the scope as you want during the project. Either you can lean towards the cost, lean towards the schedule, and you can change the scope accordingly to adjust with the schedule and the cost. So let's look at a question, guys. Once again, this is from Prepcast, what I recommend because this is more likely the exam. Take a minute, pause the video and try to answer. First, highlight, as I told earlier, the question itself will tell you whether this is an Agile or a predictive lifecycle approach project. So what is the keyword? If you can just quickly tell what it tells that it is the Agile. So if you can see, it's developed under incremental in small releases. So as I told, it's a Agile practice this project is doing. read further. Now we can read the answers as well. You can eliminate the unwanted answers. So as you can see, you're already in Agile, you're not going to change it to waterfall, and CCB is not required. It's nothing to do with CCB or scope creep in this particular question, so we can eliminate directly. And as you can see guys, strict budget, if you remember the triangle and the half circle, strict budget, the cost is fixed, schedule is fixed. So if you can eliminate that answer, the answer C says you do changes with the budget, you don't need any changes guys. So budget is fixed and you work towards until the budget is exhausted, so B is the answer. So let's see further details on predictive and agile. My plan is to give you more ideas, more concepts in the PMBOK about predictive and agile guys. So predictive, you plan in front, plan is the key. You do the measurements in front, you have a measurement, you have a control chart, you have a control sheet, you have a checklist in before you do. But in agile, you work with your customer, you work with your team. It's more about people. If the questions talk about more about collaborating, more about people getting feedback from the customer, be aware that might be agile. And in predictive guys, the management approach is more straightforward, more forcing like, and collaborating is what agile using, more servant like leadership. In agile, as a PM, what you do is you facilitate the project team, facilitate the development team with all the facilities to collaborate and do the work. And predictive, it's not flexible, very strict towards the changes, but agile, very flexible towards changes, because you can change your scope. That's the whole idea of agile. And agile guys use very less written work, while predictive you have to document everything, the lessons learned, register, and everything comes to a key. But in agile, you document, you go to your documents when it's needed only. Okay. And predictive, from the beginning you plan everything as a whole and you start the work and you do the cycle. So you plan for every single component. But in agile, you have priorities. You do the most important work first and then you move down. So predictive, it's very resistant to changes, and agile once again very flexible to the changes. And guys, there's another two concepts which are discussed in the PMBOK and it is important in the exam. Scrum. So Scrum is very important concept in the current exam. You'll have more details in the new exam, but for the current one, this is good enough. Scrum is a framework that helps the team to work together. So you need to know product owner, Scrum Master, and development. This is the homework for you. Try to find out by your own reading who are these people in a project. Because once you read by yourself, once you find out by yourself, it will be good enough. Comment down below. I'll tell you it's correct or not. And then next concept is Kanban. Once again, this is a more visible way of project flow. You'll have more details in the new edition, but the current edition, you just need to keep in your head that this methodology allows the team member to see the state of every piece of work at any time. So once again, tell us whether you use pull-based or push-based communication. So this is the key in Kanban, the key question area in Kanban in this current PMP exam, guys. So make sure that you know whether Kanban use pull-based or push-based method to communicate. And guys, if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends who's doing the PMP exam, and also like the video if you like the content, guys. So I'll see you with another video. Comment below if you have any feedback for me. Thank you very much. All the very best with your exams.